Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome. If you're new to my channel, my name's John. I build Harleys. I started building them this year. I've already completed 2 bikes. I'm working on my 3rd. I'll add some pictures up there. The first bike's a 2009 Electric Glide. The second bike, actually, I built last year. It was a personal bike of mine. It is a personal bike of mine, 2007 Ultra Classic. And I'll throw pictures of that up there. That one has music, and I just put a bunch of stuff on it. The only thing I really didn't put on it is new wheels. And so, yeah, man, if you're new to my channel, do me a favor, hit that like button. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to build my channel right now, and I really, really would appreciate it if you would share this with your friends and family. Anybody that you believe might be interested in a beautiful bike. I'm just getting started. So I got my first year of bike that I bought, again, is a 2009. My personal bike, I'm the second owner. 2007, it only has 18,000 miles on it, clean title. And then the third one is a 2010 Streetglide. And so that one has 28,000 miles on it. And I am the second owner on that one as well. So yeah, I've been putting some videos out there. You can check out my videos on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram under jcustombuilds.com. That's growing pretty fast. Instagram, I started out with like 200 subscribers about a month ago. I'm already at 900 and some, low 900s, which is great. So yeah, I'm just trying to do a giveaway on these bikes. I have a sale right now. My tickets are $75 for one or 2 for $100. And that's anywhere in the lower 48. And what it is you purchase a hat, and that's your automatic entry into the giveaway. And I'm going to be working on the brake. I didn't have enough bolts when I bought the bolts weeks ago, maybe a month and a half ago. I remember now they didn't have all the bolts at Ace. They sell a lot of chrome polished, gold plated, black, anodized. Man, but they are expensive, super expensive. And so I realized that I was missing some bolts for the calipers. So I went and picked some up yesterday, and I'm gonna go ahead and complete that. So again, if you're new to my channel, do me a favor, please hit like, share, and subscribe, comment, and let's get started on this bike. So hey guys, I'm gonna get this rear brake caliper together. Just getting these new brakes out of here. Been cleaning up the parts too. I don't think you guys want to see me doing that, so I kind of do that off screen. I'm gonna get this rear caliper together. You know, I'm gonna drop just a little tab of Loctite in there. Just a little drop because I don't want them to come loose. You want to make sure that you don't get any of the Loctite if you put them in here on the flat surfaces here. You got your O-ring here. That's a brand new O-ring. You guys can see right there. You want to make sure that you don't get anything in between here, any Loctite or any goop or anything. Shouldn't be putting anything like that on there anyways. You want to make sure that you don't actually get it in between because your calipers will leak. Where's that longer one here? You know what? Take that one. How do I put that one? Sorry about that, guys. I usually focus on when I'm doing something, and it's kind of hard for me to talk. That looks really good right there. And if you put, some people by accident put too much Loctite inside of there, and it will, because these end ones, there's no exit. You see how there's an exit here, and some of it came out right there. There's no exit on the ones on the inside. So you actually will, it will ooze out, and it will get on the calipers. And so you want to make sure that you don't get it on the in between both calipers. I'm going to tighten this down. I'll torque it later. I just want to get it snug right now. Let me get this right. clip in there now. So you want to make sure this goes in there like this, because you see where that hole is? This pin actually sits like that. And these little clamps right here actually sit right inside of there, right there. So you got to get this in there first. And I usually put it on first, but I didn't do it. Coming through the bottom side. Okay, there we go. Push this baby down. The fitting side is normally easier to get on first. Opposite of the fitting, I'm sorry. Opposite of the fitting is normally easier to get on, and then you just kind of push it up. There it is. There it is. And it locks inside of there. And there it is. So now you get these brakes here. You know what? I don't know if I drained these all the way. I believe I did, but let's find out. I hope I didn't. So it's easy for them to drain because, see, I got them nice and smooth now. It's easier to get the brakes in there now. It's easy to drain because there's no pressure. Now you got to push this one in the back down because this little groove's got to go behind there, right there. So you got to actually work that down. All the way in there. Can't be. Yeah, it's in there. Like that. See that groove right there? That little goes right behind there, and the other one sits right behind there. And you want to make sure that you got both of them in before you put this in. Otherwise, you won't be able. If you put this in, you won't be able to get the brakes through there, because it actually goes through that hole, through both of those holes on the brakes, and that's what keeps them locked down in the caliper. This is where you get to have fun, because some of them don't want to line up real good. They don't want to go underneath that pin. There it is right there. Come on, baby. Now the other one wants to come out. Oh, I see what it is. See how they get jammed up underneath here? You want to get that back up. Let it come back down. They don't always go right in. Sometimes you just got to play with them. You got to get it just right inside of that clip too, otherwise it's not happy. I usually do this so easy, man, and now that I'm showing you guys, it doesn't work out that way. You know what, I'm gonna get this pin in there, and then that way I'll be able to, once you get that pin in there, you'll be able to maneuver stuff a little bit better. I can push that clip up and get that brake right underneath there like that. There we go. Now the one in the back doesn't want to go in. Let me tighten this thing up. You're gonna stick something up under there. Make sure you don't scratch or even touch the actual brake pad, because you don't want to you don't want to put scratches or anything inside of them. Like a small little hook. The clip's pretty tight, and it keeps on, there it goes. Okay, there they go. All right, so that's how you want them. You want it to be straight, just like that. And then both of those grooves need to be right underneath here. And then you got your holding pin inside of there to lock the brakes down. And then both of them got to be right underneath the rear clip there. So this thing's ready. Now I need to see if I have any more of these. These washers are still good, but I bought some new washers for the rear, and I didn't I don't know what I did with them is what I'm trying to say. Hey, Bubba's. It's my kitty. So now I got both of the front ones together. Now I got to get the rear done. So let's get the rear. This one's all cleaned up. Get the oil out of there. Is that it? Yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, shit, no, that wasn't it. Now that's it. You want to make sure they're nice and flat. Nice and flat like that. See how those are raised up? Got to get those flat. So I will. There was nothing but air inside of that one because all the fluid had already run out. So they're both nice and flat now. It's got the new rubber in there. Let me get this guy together. I just want to make sure it locks up all the way. Here's my socket. Yeah, that works perfect. Awesome. All right, take this. Actually, you know what? Shoot a little bit in here. A little bit. Again, you want to put just a drop, just a really small drop. You know what? And they're surfaced really, really good. Make sure that when you're holding them together that you don't get your skin pinched under there, because I've done that before. You want to make sure when you tighten these guys up that these calipers are straight, all the way straight. You want to fill in here and make sure that they're even. See, this one's not even now. You want to get them as close as you can get them to even. All right, now they're all good. So, like I said, I'll torque these guys later. I just want to get them nice and tight. Okay. All these can go inside of that. And I just got to clean up this pin because I didn't get any new pins. All right, got the pin nice and cleaned up, nice and pretty. Now I'm missing the brakes out, getting ready. I'm actually cleaning the clip that was in here because it's just had a lot of brake dust on it. Let me grab that. These clips are usually pretty good. I mean, the bike's not that old. It's only got 28,000 miles on it. And, you know, if it had a lot more on it, or these were broken, of course, I would change them. These tabs don't usually break. Let me spray this thing down with some brake cleaner. I'll be right back. All right, nice and clean. Get that baby off of there. Get sure this baby's nice and clean. That one's in there. Set in there pretty good. Oh man, these babies are just going in there super easy. All right. Again, that one right there. There's always one that doesn't want to cooperate, but I'll get it in there. There. Hard to hold that one down, get that pin in. Oh, yeah. Sure is. All right. That one's done now. See how both of the tabs are inside the pin and underneath the clip. And they're nice and spread out so they could just go over the caliper, make it a little bit easier for you to work it in. So as you guys can see, all the calipers are done. Ready to go. That girl's done. Got the new hose there, the new rear line, and the rear caliper, and the whole setup there. So I'll get set up over there. I get this on the bike. So hey guys, I got the rear caliper on the bracket, but for whatever reason, I had to take the actual brakes back out, take the pin out, take the brakes back out to get this back on. And then I could not get the rear brake back in the other side. So for whatever reason, it feels like the wheel shifted a little more to the left, because you could see that it's pulling the bracket inward a little bit, and it's not supposed to do that. So that bracket's supposed to be, you know, on that line, and now the wheel's locked. So the only thing I can think of is I'm gonna need to get a thinner spacer on this side and a little bit thicker one, little thicker spacer on the other side to shift the wheel a little bit toward the right, because the wheel, if you look at it, it looks like it's shifted a little more to the left. So this is the first time I've ever encountered this problem. So I called my nephew, he's still at work right now. He's a Harley technician, and he's the one that kind of guides me through the stuff. When I get stuck, he guides me through these things. So yeah, so as you can see, the brake caliper is free on this side, but it's like literally locked on the top on that side. So waiting for him to contact me. Other than that, man, you know, I guess I'm gonna get that line in, because I gotta get that line in regardless, and then I want to get the master cylinder on the front. So let me get set up for that. I'm probably gonna have to put different spacers in the rear wheel and take that rear wheel back off, take that rear caliper back off of there. I don't know what's going on, man. You know, it's the caliper that came off the bike, it's just redone, and the bracket's the same bracket that came off the bike, and I don't understand. I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to get the line on and get the master cylinder mounted in the front, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys. So I already ran the cable through here to mount here. So now I just gotta plug the wires back in here. The brake switch. Get this baby in there. Put my bolt back in there. Do that like that. And the brake caliper. Get a little bit of Loctite on it. There it is. I still okay, get that baby nice and torqued on there, and get the line up. Yep, here it is. I just got to pull that out, and I got to grab my washers, because I don't know what I do with my washers. Get that out of there. That goes in there nice and tucked in. That goes like that. Leave that loose until now. So I got the brake caliper on again, but something's going on. I may need to take the back wheel off again and change the spacers. I need to bring the wheel. The wheel for some reason shift a little more to the left. I need to bring it more to the right. So I know I put the same spacers, the same exact size spacers that came out of there, but one can be, you know, a little bit thicker than the other, but they looked exactly the same. So whatever reason, it's pulling the bracket in, and the wheel's sitting too far that way, and when I kind of forced the caliper on over the bracket, I was able to get the bolts and everything in there, but the tire won't spin. It's pulling the caliper to the left of the bike. So I got to see what's going on with that. So I got washers for this, for the back one, but I don't have washers for the front. And I got the corrugated hose so I can put over that. I'll tighten this guy up later, but for now I just wanted to get that back on there. I'm really disappointed with the back wheel not turning. So, you know, I don't mind pulling it off again. That's what happens when you're building bikes, but I just don't know what's going on with the rear wheel. It's pulling that caliper in pretty far, and so I just don't like it. If you stand behind it, you can see that the wheel is actually shifted. It's a little too close. It's too close to the left. It needs to come back. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure the spacer, get a smaller spacer on this side, and make up the difference on the other side. So I'm sure Harley has the I mean, they have kits for it. I'm just gonna have to order a kit for it, and then make sure everything measures out, because everything's made specifically for, everything's supposed to be tight on these bikes, because that's what keeps them running perfectly for thousands and thousands and thousands of miles. So you don't want to end up putting something small, different size in there, and something be off because something's gonna wear wrong. Something could go wrong, and you just don't want that. So, and I don't want that. I would never do something like that. So this is puzzling to me. I don't know what's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that rear caliper off right now, and I can't leave it like that. You know, I don't do things like that. So I'll pull it off, and I don't know what's going on with it. So there we go. That. So yeah, so I'll pull this caliper back off, because I honestly don't know what's going on with it. It's just, you know, I was able to line the holes up and everything, but I was not able to spin the wheel, and I could tell that it was binding a little bit, and I'm like, man, what's going on? The wheel looks like it's just a little more to the left, and everything went on exactly the way it came off. So I don't know. I just don't know. See, it's on there. It's coming out, but of course it's coming out a lot easier than it went on. You can see how tight it is. So it's binding the bracket for whatever reason, and I don't like that. So let me get this in here and see if I can. Yeah, there it is. There it is. No damage to the brake, no damage to the caliper, but see, the wheel spins perfect, but for whatever reason it did not. See, it was, I gotta file this down now, it was actually chopping up on the bracket here a little bit. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. You can see that if I put it this way, it fits perfect, and there's plenty of room for it to spin. But for whatever reason, the bracket fits on here perfect right now. It's on the wheel, on the bike, perfect. But like I said, the wheel needs to come to the right just a tad. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with this, but I will get it all taken care of. So I'm gonna call it a day until I figure out what's going on with that. You know, I hate the fact that I have to take the wheel back off, but only for the mere fact that this jack has been giving me problems, and so now I'm gonna have to work with the wheel going up and down again by myself, and things gonna leak again. So I ordered a jack, but it's I think it's like another week. They said I should be getting it right before Christmas. And so I'm gonna have to get that front wheel on there so that I could get this jack off, and so I get the jack out of there. And sorry about that, guys. I could have had the rear brakes all done and had everything connected. Gonna get the pedal back on there. I don't have the brackets for the, okay, yeah. I just gotta put the nut and the bolt and nut on there. And you guys are gonna say, well, where's the bolt and nut? I have it. So that's where we're at. The brackets for the floorboards and everything should be ready. I don't know if you guys could see this. The stud kit that they sent me was super cheap. Anything that you buy on Amazon, sometimes they sell some good quality stuff, but if you're gonna need something of good quality, man, you're either gonna have to order it from a good tool company, or you're gonna have to order it from eBay, and they're expensive. I think I paid $45 or almost $50 for that kit that had 8 sockets. And when I got them, I've had a similar kit before. When I got them, I knew that kit was going to be cheap. And when you're trying to get studs out like that, that have been heated on and baked on in there, you know, I put that deep creep in there and it loosened them up. I was able to get this one off. They do have a stud remover. They have really good stud removers. Like this guy right here works great, but the frame is in the way right here. And so I don't want to start having engine's already mounted and everything, new motor mounts and everything. I don't want to end up having to shift the engine so I could get that one out. This one's a little bit too long. It did not fit over that stud. This is number 6. I think I need a 5/16, which is a little bit bigger, I believe. I believe 5/16 and 6 millimeter are really, really close. But these won't even, the little grips inside of there, the little metal tabs, they will not even, the hole's big enough, but it won't go over the stud at all. It won't open up. You can't force it in there. So this is a stall wheel, man. This one's really, really good. This one's actually good too. This one right here is really good. It's a 3/8 drive, but it's almost 2 inches wide, and you just can't get inside because you need something thinner, because the studs sit real close to the block. I mean, you've got like a 1/2 inch. Maybe you can get your finger in there. A little more than 1/2 inch. This one fit perfect, but it doesn't fit over the studs. So I got to get one of these, and it's probably, I'm trying to find one at Grainger. I know Grainger has a lot of good stuff. I don't mind paying for good tools because I'm going to need them. Like I said before in another video, I was always able to do the 2-bolt thing, and that works really good. But that one over there, I just don't have enough room to get it because the frame is in the way. And to get the wrenches in, they're 1/2 inch wrenches. They do not fit that good over those over the studs. The wrenches don't, there's not a tight fit. The wrenches keep slipping off of the nuts. And so I found a small one like this. It's a 1/4 inch drive, and it's supposed to be a lot smaller than this. Maybe a little bit shorter, because this one will not even go over that stud because the frame's in the way. And so there's no way that you could even back it out. So it just does not go in there. This, if the opening was big enough, then I would be able to get it over that, but it's not. So I think the next size up is an 8 millimeter 5/16, and I don't know what the other size is. But yeah, so this is what I need to do the exhaust. That's kind of holding me up. I mean, I had to get all this stuff done. Now I'm dealing with the brake caliper in the back. I don't know what the story is with that thing. I don't, man. So I have to figure out what's going on with that. I had to loosen the wheel up to get everything to get the caliper onto the bracket and over the wheel. You know, every bike is different. You know, I mean, they're all built the same. People are gonna maybe agree or disagree, but once you start taking a bike apart like this and you rebuild it, you know, stuff's just not always going to line up perfectly. That's why they have different size spacers for the rear wheel, and they have different size spacers for the front wheels. The front wheels, they're both the same. They take one on each side, the same size, but the back, they make different length spacers, different size spacers, just in case you need to shift the rear wheel over to the left or to the right a little bit. So anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. If you guys haven't entered my giveaway yet, right now I'm doing my 2009 Ultra. I'm sure you guys seen videos. If you're new to this channel, I'll go ahead and put a video up there right now of the 2009 Ultra. I've gone through that entire bike. I got some brackets, the inside brackets that hold the mounts for the saddlebag, the front saddlebag mounts. They're supposed to be black. They were faded to kind of like a dull black white. And so I didn't want to paint them. I mentioned before, I don't really like painting with the spray can unless it's really hot summer. And I'm, able to get it good right now. It's cold and the paint's just wrinkling and it's just not doing good. I don't have heat lamps and all that stuff yet. But if you guys have not entered the giveaway, my hats right now, the way it works is you buy a hat for $75 or you buy two for $100. And I'm be honest with you guys, man. I don't like bull crapping around with you guys. This is your guys' money. And I know the holidays are here right now, and people are more focused on Christmas, and I understand that, But if your hubby or your brother, your uncles or friends, family members, anybody really likes Harleys and they can't afford to buy $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 bike. I got about a little more than 15 grand in blue. It's a little more now. And that does not include all the time and the hours that I put into it, So if I were to charge somebody, it would have been, several thousand to work on the bike. It took me a long time. I took my time putting it together, and I completely went through that bike. It runs beautiful. The only thing that isn't changed is the engine and tranny. They're in great condition. Bike runs beautiful. It sounds amazing. The bike is in great condition. I love riding it. I've been wanting to ride it for the last couple of days, but I don't want to ride it without the saddlebags. I just don't want to ride it without the bags. And it's cold. I keep my extra sweaters and extra stuff inside the bags and whatnot. So, but yeah, man, the bike's beautiful. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Please leave your notes in the comments. To buy the hats, you just go to my website, jcustombuilds.com. The link is in the description. And yeah, man, I'm just trying to grow my subscribers and to get as many sales as I can right now. I'm so new to YouTube right now that I've only been doing this for 3.5 months, and hasn't even been 4 months yet. And I've got pretty close to 200 subscribers, but I thought my channel was gonna grow a lot faster, but it didn't take off like I expected it to take off. So, this is legit. I'm an ex-law enforcement. I did an early retirement. My heart wasn't in the job anymore. There's so much politics now where, you can't really do anything anymore. You get sued for anything that you do. And, I love my family and I loved my job, but, I don't know, I miss it every day, but I wanted to really get into this and give this a try. I'm really considering reapplying again because this is taking off a lot slower than I expected. I just realized that I don't have my mic on, so I hope you guys can hear me okay. But yeah, I'm really considering reapplying to some local agencies around here and seeing how that goes. I thought that this business would take off a lot faster than it is. 4 months, not even 4 months, I got 200 subscribers. I'm very happy with that. And I really want to thank you guys who are subscribed to my channel. I want to build this business where I could give away a bike a month, even 2 bikes a month, even 3. I just love building bikes, and I would just love to be able to give somebody some of my builds. I think I do some good quality work. I'm very meticulous, as you guys can see. This bike you can eat off every part of this bike right now. I'm gonna put the loom on here. I left that off. I just picked up the loom for that. I haven't tightened this up yet because I gotta get the copper rings to be able to mount that so that I gotta pick up some more brake fluid so I could bleed this. And I'm ready to finish putting this bike together, man. The studs are holding me back. I'm gonna order the small one that I just found. There's not very many. You can't find them out there. I found one on Amazon, but it won't be here till like mid-January. So I can't wait that long. So the one on eBay is like, I think close to 80 bucks, and it'll be here in a week. So I could just keep myself busy with all this stuff. Now I got to work on that rear wheel, get that rear caliper on there. I'm gonna get the front wheel on there, like I said. So hopefully that jack will be here next week. Other than that, you guys have a great rest of your evening. Always remember to ride safe. Take care and God bless. I really appreciate you guys again. I appreciate all my subscribers. I appreciate you who've already invested in the giveaway and who are patiently waiting, man. I'm sorry to say that the tickets, I'll sell a handful in a week and then nothing for a week. And then next, another handful in a week and then nothing in a week. So I know that I'm new out there and I'm not known. I haven't done my first giveaway yet. So I know that after I get that first giveaway out there, Sapphire, I know that Blue's going to go pretty quick, and then Wolf right here is going to go pretty quick. Sorry, that light keeps turning off. Wolf's going to go pretty quick, and then once that happens, man, I'm hoping that I could do a bike a month, and then once I get on my feet, hopefully I can start doing 2 a month and then 3 a month. I'd love to give away 2 or 3 bikes at a time, but unfortunately I'm struggling just to give this one away right now. So anyways, thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate you guys again. Thank you to all my supporters, my subscribers, those of you who have entered in my giveaway. And man, again, share this with anybody that you know so that we can get these hats sold and give this bike given away to somebody who really, really deserves it. I'm looking forward to that. And again, the reason why I'm trying to sell as many tickets as I can is because I'm going to deliver the bike. Whoever wins it, if it's won in California, I'm going to deliver it here to you in person. Whoever wins it in Arizona, or somebody wins it in New York or Delaware or Florida, I'm going to have the bike professionally transported to your house. I'm going to fly out there, meet the transporter, and deliver the bike to you in person. So, there's a lot involved. There's a lot of costs involved. There's, flight costs involved, and having to rent a vehicle, and, the transporter it's pretty costly just from here in California, or from here to Redding, it was like $400, and then from here to LA, it's like $500 or $600. From Portland, it was $900 to $1,000. So it's not cheap. I can imagine shipping a bike to the Midwest or to the East Coast. So I just want to be able to do all those things for you, and I appreciate you guys again working with me. So other than that, man, thanks a lot for watching. Take care and God bless.